Hello, everybody. It is I, your friendly neighborhood INFP, and my hair is a colossal mess. Most assuredly, which many ISFPs who are into, I guess, a proper self-image might freak out over. Speaking of ISFPs, this is what we're talking about today. ISFPs, the people who paint with all the colors of the wind. Joking aside, ISFPs are typically, as stereotypically stated, people who are the creative artists, the ones who know their way around a paintbrush, Photoshop, photography, anything artistic, because ISFPs are the most artistic types out there. Okay, while it is true that ISFPs are artistic, that doesn't mean that they are necessarily the most artistic types out there. And what a lot of people generally are forgetting is that there is so much more to an ISFP than that. Now, of course, the other thing that people would be like, oh, is it their love of nature and being in nature and around animals? Well, yes, that can be part of it too. Typically, for an ISFP, their entire life revolves around a mastery of the self. Or as Bruce Lee puts it,
Don't think, feel. It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
now, if you don't understand what I'm getting at with that clip, ISFPs are the types of people who seek to master themselves, where INFPs seek to understand themselves and who they are in the grand cosmic universe. ISFPs are the ones to desire to master who they are and make sure whatever they are mastering, whatever they're becoming one with, whatever they are fulfilling, that they do it to the most authentic and deepest core of their system that they possibly can do it. This is why you will have heroes told in stories. Many heroes told in stories. I believe Samurai Jack could be a possible ISFP. Captain America is often said to be an ISFP. No, I'm not going to debate you as to whether or not he is. There are other people who have done it far better than I. But let's go on with him being an ISFP. There have been other comic book heroes that I can't think of at the top of my head who have been said to be ISFPs. They, because of their call to do, not necessarily to think on the complexities of the universe, but to go and do, to go and be, to go and master, to keep going while doing what's right, while doing what they believe in, while being authentic to themselves, to bring everything they do into the core fiber of who they are as people. These are the people who, when they go into nature, they want to become one with nature. They don't want to just necessarily be there because, oh, it's so pretty. No. They're there because they want to embrace nature in its wholeness and make that completely a part of who they are as a person. When they go into, say, martial arts, they are there to completely bring that as part of who they are. When they become artists, and this is where the stereotypes come from, they use that pen, that brush, that whatever it is, as an extension of themselves. It becomes like this phantom hand that they extend across themselves because they have worked so hard in becoming one with that thing. It is why they are such fantastic artists, because of that system of their desire of mastery of this thing that I am now doing, this thing that I now hold in my hand. Maybe I can bring out a example. Where do all my pens go? Here's one. This thing that I hold in my hand. This shall be now an extension of who I am. This shall represent who I am. This shall show who I am. I myself may not show who I am, but this thing right here will show who I am. If that makes clear sense to you guys. So because of this, they can go out to do a wide variety of things and will have interesting introspective thoughts sometimes, will be able to do these massive, wonderful things. Like, you could see ISFPs in the firefighters. You can see ISFPs in the police. You can see ISFP in so many different ways, aspects of life, because they are there to fully embrace whatever it is that they're embracing, to fully embrace it and become one with it and to master it. This is a little bit different to ISTPs, who seek to understand the inner workings of everything and to break it apart and build it back up and continue going that way and mastering their craft in that way. But it's not so much of a I must master myself kind of feel that an ISFP has. And with that, ISFPs, while seen as the artists, are so much more. They are the people who are extremely passionate about causes. And it's not so much that an INFP isn't passionate about a cause, an INFP can, but an ISFP will be the one acting far before an INFP does. An INFP will be busy thinking the complexities and whether or not that is right for them and what does that mean for me as a person, whereas an ISFP will go, yeah, this is part of me, let's go and do this. They're far more action-based, and that is due to their second function, which is C. And this is where I wanted to kind of break it down a little bit. With their second function, C, and I'm not going to go into like the TERT and inferior functions. That'll probably be for a more in-depth video, which I'll be doing later in the future. But with C, with their second function, they seek to use their five senses and bring themselves into a oneness with it due to their phi. And because of this desire to become a oneness of their five senses, they can also be extremely amazing and artistic cooks. Unbelievably amazing artistic cooks and bakers. And anything they do, they have this desire to not only excel at, but master. And it doesn't necessarily, an ISFP won't be like, oh yeah, I'm mastering this so that other people may see the wonder of that which I am. No. It's, I am doing this because this is a core part of who I am. And if I do not do this well, does that mean that a part of me is not doing this well? So therefore, in order to become mastery, I must then know what it is to master that which I am doing. And in order to do that, I must do it and continue to do it until I reach that level that I am proud of. And they just keep going through it. They don't question whether or not, it affects them as a person. They don't question whether or not it affects those around them. It is all about who they are and how that extends around them. Are they happy to get validation for their beautiful artwork? Yes. Are they happy to get validation for anything that they do? Yes, as everybody is. But that's not why they set out to do what they do. They set out to master because they have such a deep passion for it, but they have such a craving for that mastery that they desire to, I guess, seek a level of perfection in the work that they do. Anyways, that is it for my ISFP topic, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!